let me go get it. Turn on. Oh, yes, sir. It feels so good inside here now. Yes, paper. This feels so good. Yes, this feels real nice now. Can feel the air conditioner coming up, paper. So how you guys are doing? People? Oh my God, happy beautiful Wednesday to each and every one out there. Can you imagine? Today's Wednesday already, guys. Woo. Yes, people. So, people, you know, oh my God, gracious. You know, I saw in here where people literally talking about um, Vibes Cartel. You know, one of his son is not his child, and blah blah, and all kind of thing. And I'm telling you, Jamaican, I give you guys ton load of credit, and the credits that I give you guys is like, you guys know how to come up with ideas, a title, information, every goddamn thing, and someone. You know, everyone see what Shorty been going through. Although no one put her in anything at all, she literally put herself in her own spot. But um, people been saying like they post up a male person picture and said that male person that's the son father, which some people said that's Shorty brother. It's kind of a little confusing, but of course you can have your kid. Your kid can look like your brother, your mother, any one of your sibling. You know what I mean? Your kid can look like anyone in the family. But kid gotta come with something from mommy and papi also, not just for something. Even the nails for the father, even their face, even the nose, even their mouth, something for the real daddy. That's just me, and that's how I believe. But it just really, Jamaican. I give you guys credit, man. You guys know how to nail people. You guys, hello, how you doing? Jamaican just know how to come up with verdict, you know, and the verdict can make things look so damn real. You know what I mean? I had to just be real. Hello to you. I am doing okay, thank you. And how are you doing? And they can make things look so damn real. I have to be real, people, because all these things. Because when people like what happened when Cartel was in jail and he got out from jail, and then he got out, and then after he got out, like as I said it, before already, I never heard nothing about Shorty. I never known Shorty as a Jamaican person. Honestly, people. Hey, hi. I never know nothing about Shorty until Cartel released from jail. That's when I see Shorty posting picture, taking this every day, because people can feel hurt inside themselves and just coming here and just posting, feeling better, doing things. That's it. But I guess somebody out there hate her or something. Somebody just post up a dude with one of the son, and I have to be real. When I look at those pictures, I have to put my glasses on just to literally look at that picture. Because honestly, that picture, one of the son in that picture is like twins. But we have to understand, hello to you, sweetheart. People, we have to understand that black people, we all look alike. Not like we all, but black people look alike. You know what I mean? Because many times I go out there in the street and you will see people come up to me and asking me if I used to go to Harvard. I said, Harvard? I wish. People ask me, oh, you used to go to this college? Or you used to go to this college? And I go to Boston University, Roxbury Community College, Bunker Hill, And you know, in those type of college, and no one never asked me about the college I really attend, but people always say something to me about college that I didn't go. So just to let you people know how much I'm Jamaican, just to let you people know how much we black people always look like someone out there. You know what I mean? We look like somebody out there. And I don't know, but I don't know. I just feel like somebody just trying to mess her up or something, like posting up, like, you know, one of Cartel's son. Of course, you look like the dude. Of course, I'm not kidding. But it doesn't mean you got to be his child. You know what I mean? The best thing and the best way I see so many things, how people can prove things, if people is feel insecure and unsure about a child, just take a paternity test, you know, and paternity test is going to literally tell you if the child is your child. Because honestly, I gotta nailed it, and I had to say that I believe 70% Jamaican men today posting up things about who is who daddy. I know they get jacket. I know they get kids that's not their kid. You know what I mean? Because since I've been living in this country, in this United States here, I come across so many males, so many fathers who claims themselves as a daddy, taking care of their kids from in the mother's stomach till that kid born and reach certain age, taking care of that kid. And when they file and put the paperwork in, not one of those kids belongs to them. Some men sponsor 5 kids, 4 kids, 3 kids, 2 kids, 1 kid, child, not one belongs to them. They have to do paternity tests twice to make sure, and not one of those kids belongs to those men. So it's something been going on a long time. It's a stretch, you know. It's a then thing. It's not something just happening yesterday, today. So even if Shorty, I feel like, was sleeping around, playing around, and, you know, not sure which one of, if her son belongs to someone else or Cartel minding that kid. He love it. People just need to mind their own business and just try to leave other people's business alone. You know what I mean? They try to come up with so many negative things. And these are some of the things that like make a lot of us kid when we got pregnant or female. Some of our kids, them, you know, like they come retarded, not saying it in a mean way, but people know what I'm talking about. You know, they come hard of hearing, blind, deaf, you know, lost their sight or something, you know, because of what sometimes brothers pregnant their own sisters. And, you know, these things happening because women didn't give their child to the right man. And a lot of men out there too know that sometimes it's a possibility a child belongs to them, but they ignored it because they don't want to take up responsibility. Sometimes the women live with their men too, married, they playing around out there, get pregnant, but they still have to throw that baby and that the husband inside, and the husband don't even know that. You know what I mean? For me, honestly, people, I had 3 sons. You know, I have 3 grandkids in the United States. No, 4. 2 boys, 2 girls. And I have 5 grandkids in Jamaica. And I don't scare when I talk because I'm mommy, you know? I'm mommy. When you have your grandkids and when you, your family, especially, you know, my grandkid, I'm really debating on. Like when I go to Jamaica, I could feel their blood. I know which one is mine from which one is not. And it's not all 5 kids is my son child. I know, I tell him. You know, many times I said to him, some of these kids is not yours. Do paternity tests. I give money. He never done any paternity test because sometimes these men afraid. They ashamed. You know what I mean? Some of these men ashamed to know that they can't even get a woman pregnant. Some of these men, they ashamed to know that the kids not belongs to them. You know what I mean? They just embarrassed because I'm not gonna sit here like it's just something happening going on for ages where majority kids in this world from Jamaica, I'm talking based on Jamaican, majority of these kids did not give to their right father. They just didn't. You know what I mean? And this is something been going on for ages. People, you have a lot of people out there make fun of men, and people always know the kid's not that man child, and the man is the last one to know. This is something I know happening in Jamaica, and this is something still happening. You know what I mean? This is something still happening. I have to just be real, you know? Like these men, they don't own their kid, and you can't blame the men them either, because the woman they going with them, and they know they have their men, you know what I mean? Live with, stuff like that, and they still playing out there, get pregnant, and still go home, and act like the men in the home get them pregnant, which is not. So this is something going on for ages. It's not new. Where man taking care of how the men kid. You know what I mean? But the way I look at things is that I feel like if Cartel feel insecure about if the son belongs to him or not, just do a DNA test, bro. Once you do a DNA test, get it done more than one time. You know what I mean? Like they swab and do blood work. And that will tell you if that's your child, and let people mind their own business. Because, one of the things that I hate with Jamaican, they are very jealous when they see, and I believe this man Cartel teaches, which a lot of Jamaican men are very hard to learn things. I believe Cartel teaches so many these Jamaican men how men should love their kid, how men should like their kid, how men should treat their children. You know what I mean? He does, because he nailed it. I give him respect for those type of things. You know what I mean? Because I love to see a man take care of their kid. I love to see a man take care of their kid. You know what I mean? If I'm going with a man and he had outside kid out there and he's not taking care of them, and if he don't care about his parents, I don't want to be with him. I don't. Because all he gonna do with me is just fake. Because if you faking the real people them in your life, who you won't fake? You know what I mean? So I just feel like paternity test and DNA is one of the best things. Like I had 4 grandkids in the United States, and I 100%, because I had 3 boys. I don't have no daughters. So because I had only boys, I had paternity tests done, and I 100% know all 4 of them is my grandchild. My 5 grandkids back home, some may mind, some not. I talk it. I don't care how a woman may feel. It's just the real fact. You know what I mean? I don't care how someone feel when I speak about certain things, because they are my child. And some of these kids, them too, they like the jacket. They like to own men kid. You know what I mean? They all had, they like to own man kid. They like to take care of man responsibility. They don't want a next man to mind their own child. They want to act like they done. They can get 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kids out there when not one of those kids belongs to them. You know what I mean? Because you have us as parents that, first, before I even go to that point, when I migrate to this country, I migrate here very young. And I have to tell people, I learned so many things. I research, and research helped me a lot to know many things, also attending school. And I had to say, I learned everything about the male organ and the female organs. I have to tell people the truth. I do deep research in many areas of female and male to learn things for myself, and things that I literally do not know. I will bring it to my pro attention in school, and he would walk me through many things. Sometimes some of these men, they can't get a woman pregnant. It's simple and it's easy, because a lot of men know, and sometimes they don't even know themselves. But when we call ourselves a mother, we're having our children. For me, I know I had 3 boys. If I did have a daughter, I would know a lot of things, because I'm a female. You know what I mean? But having 3 boys, my first son, my second son, My first son heads me up what it's like with my second child. My second child, my third child, my second child heads me up with them. So I pay close attention on the testicle, the tongue, the eyes, the earring, the every little thing. And you can see difference, you know. So the testicle is something that many parents need to pay attention to. Because I don't have my board right this minute. But I will literally draw something like, you know, the testicle. Because, for instance, as an example, you know, this is the penis in the area right here. You have the two testicle right there. A man that literally have one round little testicle right here. One. You're not seeing two. You're only seeing one. They can't get a woman pregnant. You know? And they have to, parents have to examine their child when they're very young to take their time, because, you know, your testicle area are very sensitive. Take your time and feel if you feel any grain, like rice grain or those type of thing in there. And if you feel any little thing in those testicle area, you know, brought it to your child pediatric doctor immediately, because this going to help. This going to save them. You know what I mean? So many times male, they like, you find a woman and a man live together. That woman probably have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 kid, and not one of them belongs to that man, because that man can't get a woman pregnant. But he don't know. He don't know. He don't know that. He don't have the knowledge to know that he's not normal. He don't have the knowledge to know that his sperm count is very low. So when your testicle is like around, if I didn't know I was going to say this part, I would got my board and draw and show you guys. When the testicle, just like how you see this little round upper spot right there, it's just like this is the testicle right there. And then you had a penis come over. Those men, they can't get a woman pregnant. The one that have two testicles long down, they can. And sometimes their sperm count can very low. The one with just something look like one testicle in one, those got very low sperm count. And something is, they're not normal. So these are some things many male persons need to pay close attention to. Many of them need to pay close attention to. You know, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to examine your own self. Even you're becoming an adult, you're in your late 20s, 30s, and trying, you can't get your woman pregnant and those type of things. Examine yourself. Pay close attention into those type of things, you know, because those type of things too can help. When people smoke, like, you know, people who do drugs, smoke even marijuana, and those type of things can, and drink alcohol, those type of things can make your sperm count very, very low. Those type of things can stop you from getting your woman pregnant. So there are so many things, you know, for male to pay close attention to. And when, you know, when we have our kids and they're young, it's just like our responsibility as parents. Some parent doesn't know. Some parent doesn't know at all that, you know, we should examine our kid, you know, to make sure they okay. Anything you feel that doesn't seem okay, you know, brought it to the doctor attention to make sure. Even though, you know, I'm a female person, but I examined my kids them. I did. I literally examined my children them to make sure my kids, they are okay. Make sure they are okay. Because as I said, I'm a tongue twister, you know. This is the way I was born. My mother didn't, I don't blame her not to, you know, let me have surgery done at the age 5 months. I don't blame her one bit, because, you know, back then in the days, things were totally different from now. You know, different, you know. But, you know, I'm a tongue twister, and my oldest and my youngest child are tongue twister. What I did, because I know I'm a tongue twister, I pay close attention when I have my children, them open their mouth, you know, look under their tongue, and I see where my older child was unable to stick out his tongue or lift his tongue. I noticed my second child was fine, perfectly fine. He stick his tongue all the way out. My youngest was unable also, and at the age of 5 months, I let they got surgery done. Me, I didn't have nothing done until like 2 years ago. 3 years ago, I have my surgery because I was scared to have it done because I was old. When I said my old, my age is like, I don't know what the side effect, what could happen. Because, back then in the days, Jamaican always said like, if you reach certain age and you try to like do surgery on your tongue, you may never speak again. So I was literally scared about those type of things. But once when I started to hit in medical school, I started to like think different, like, my pronunciation, going to be a mess, because sometimes I know my pronunciation, even doing a live with you guys, if you guys really pay attention to me sometime when I speak, it's like I have to turn my words them around because it's just my tongue. And I could be okay before I come in live. And just in the midst of my live, my tongue can be start just acting up, get very heavy. And people may notice it, maybe some don't, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like we all people born with different things, you know what I mean? Just to show how people can born with different things in different area, you know what I mean? But we parents, we have to pay close attention to our children then, we have to pay close attention to our children then, because I know people like male person who born that way, and I literally like see the area of the problem, and I brought it to the parents that things not looking normal, and they didn't know. And right there I help, when they take their kids to the doctor, it wasn't. So sometimes we just parents, like some parents don't have the knowledge, some will do, like examine their kids when they're young to make sure everything is okay and those type of things. But we have to pay close attention too, and this is some of the reason why too, because some women going with a man and they don't want to let go because they want a child. The man can't have a child, get them pregnant, but they still go out there and get pregnant and bring those child home. The man in the home now in his mind, his mentality, believe that child is his child and it's not his child. You know what I mean? So this is something I know for fact going on in Jamaica. Majority children out there, growing kids, growing adults, who they call their daddy, not their daddy. And this is something like, it's just real. It's something been going on for ages, This is going on for ages. So, when people come up and at this time, because they see like, Cartel, like living good with his kid, where we should happy, because you don't find Caribbean men, them, especially Jamaican men, them treat their kids nice. I gotta be real, man. They don't give a hell. I'm not saying all of them, but if you find some that stick around for their kids, you just have to say this is miracle. You know what I mean? If you find some that stick around, temperature phone need to, oh my god, I don't know what's going on with my iPhone 15. I feel like I'm gonna take it back and get me a 13, because since I had, anyway, people, over and YouTube, I'm over on Facebook and this one, and I don't know, since I got this phone, it's just acting up. It just like I'm not using my phone. Just like I'll be home all day. No one call me, or anything. I'll be home doing my house chore or something. And then as soon as I said, okay, I'm going to go on a live. As soon as I start my live, my phone showing up emergency, my phone overheated. Just like that. Like, see? I haven't used my phone really all day. I was home just chilling, relaxing, stay off my phone. And I just said, I go in here, and I was using my tablet right here. You know what I mean? And I go in here and I was like, let me go ahead and see what I can go in here and talk about. And then I come across like Cartel, baby mother and stuff like that. So I just sitting here on my phone, and now look, it's dead. It's gone. It's dead because it's just popped up overheated. You know what I mean? Which this is crazy. Oh my God. They said the phone needed to cool down. This is just real crazy. I feel like I'm going to change it and go back to my iPhone 13. Okay, now it go back to the live. Oh my God, people, I'm so sorry. Because what literally just went on, it's that my phone just popped up on the screen that it's overheated. So I'm just happy you guys come right back on. Yeah. So people, these are some of the things that we have to pay close attention to. And for me, I'm not saying, I know little things, you know what I mean? Because as I said, I like to do deep research about the body, the females and the males. I like to do deep research and things. Why this can happen, why male have this type of complication, why female, those type of things. Those way I learned so many things for myself, especially going to school helped me out a lot too. And I had to tell you, when I was in school, I come across many Indian pros. Some of them, majority of my pro is from India, which I learned so many things from them. Asked them so many questions, and they didn't hesitate to walk me through many things. So I learned a lot about the female and the male body. Not just to go up in the school and go up in there to learn what I learned needed to learn. I go up in there to learn more than what I should. Ask questions, take notes down and stuff like that. And these are some of the reasons why I literally know a lot of these little things. And today, it's help. Today it's literally help. It is help. You know what I mean? It is help. And I use my tools, things that I learn, things that I know, and I walk others through them. Like to help them out with things, like this is what can happen and so on, which I am not a doctor, but many times I walk people through many things and said, go see your doctor because I believe this is what going on. And many times I'm right. Many times I am right. You know what I mean? Because you can't diagnose a person if you're not a doctor. You can have an idea of things, but a doctor have to diagnose a person. But like for these type of settings and these type of things with male person, is something I literally know. It's something I literally know. I do deep research in many things, many areas of the body. And these are some of the things that literally help me. You know what I mean, people? These are so many things that helping me how to out with my videos and everything. It's just research because you want to know the meaning of things. You want to know the meaning why this happened, why that happened. And these are why I know a lot of things, and I know for a fact that many people, because even like one of my friend, like she and her husband break up, and the reason for she and her husband break up because she's getting old in age, like 45 years old, and her husband maybe like around 46. They were here apart, and they try so many different ways, things. She still can get pregnant. You know what I mean? She do so many doctor follow up. Nothing is wrong with her. You know what I mean? With her husband now, when she brought it to my attention, I was like, don't be afraid. That's your man. That's your husband. Just let him lay in the bed or stand up. It's even better. And hold up his penis and just look at the testicle, and see what they look like, and that will give you an idea something not right. You know what I mean? And I believe it like 3 days later from the day I spoke with her, she called my phone. I was at work. When I go on my break and speak to her, she said to me, Beverly, oh my God, you are right. Because the testicle is round, just a round ball. You know, you don't see two, you see one, just a little round ball like that, and the penis just over it like this, a round ball like that. You know, that's how it's set over it like that. That means those men can get a woman pregnant. You know what I mean? And moreover too, he had that a male in that type of situation, they have low sperm count. It doesn't matter what they do. You know, they have low sperm count. You have some men too, they have two testicles where you can see them at the side, the penis in the middle, of course, but sometimes some of them too, they have low sperm count because many things that a male person do out there can drop their sperm count, make it low. You know what I mean? Substance abuse and those type of things. You know what I mean? It can give them low sperm count. It can. So some of these things is things that male need to pay close attention to. Just be on the lookout, you know, and things. Examine yourself, you know. Examine those testicles. Take your time and go between, you know, and try to hold up like you're coming up like with the skin to see if you feel grain, something like some rice grain in it. And once you feel, oh, someone sent an important text message to me. I can't respond, but I can read it. So once you kind of feel and kind of hold up the skin a little, you know, because you know the ball and the testicle, like it can like move a little, you know. So try to get the skin away from the ball and just feel to see if you feel any lump, anything strange. Sometimes you don't feel rice grain, but you could feel like tissues, you know. You're going to feel some tissues in there, you know what I mean? Those are not good signs. You need to see a doctor about it. It's not normal. You know, you need to see a doctor about it. If you're old in age, up in your 49, 50, don't waste no time. Because nothing can help you again, you know. It's too old, you know what I mean? But it is good for, I believe that, not trying to influence anyone out there, but I believe when a male person get a kid, they should do paternity tests. If a woman don't want you to do paternity test, that means that's not your child. You know, every single man on this planet who get the name called daddies should have paternity tests done. I have 4 grandkids in the United States. All 4 of them is my grandkid because this woman doesn't play. No, I'm not going to sit back and let none of my kids, they mind no man kid. You know what I mean? No joke about it. I want to see that 9.9%. You know what I mean? I don't care if I had to pay for it. You know? And just as I said, I have 9 grandkids. 9 grandkids. You know what I mean? But it's not all of them is my grandkid. You know what I mean? I know for a fact the 4 grandkids here in America is my blood, my grandkid. You know, the next 5, some of them is not mine. I feel them. I could feel the blood. I feel the blood. I could just feel them and know they're my grandkid when I go around from who not. And I could look at my grandkids them and know them. You know what I mean? I can look at them, but at the same time, looks is deceitful. Paternity test is very important. And majority of these men, they just don't want to, hi, I love you too. Majority of these men, they're afraid. They scared. You know what I mean? They scared. You know what I mean? Don't mind no man pick me. If you find out it's not your kid, you know you can get a woman pregnant and they got a kid and you want to take care of the kid, it's up to you. Because when you go in with a woman, when you're in a relationship and both of you have outside kid or whatever the woman have, you have to treat that kids like your own. But don't sit down like no fool and mind no man kid. Because many times a man, you know, you in a relationship and it's hard. It's rough. It's not easy. Financial to put food on the table. You go out there, do so many things just to send your kids to school. And when you look, the real daddy out there who have it, just laughing at you. Come on, people. Be smart. Any one of my kids, they want to own a jacket, it's on them. Because they want to make people look at them like they men. That's their business. But I have 4 grandkids in America. I'm 100% sure my 4 grandkids them is mine. I have all my DNA tests them here. No joke about it. You know what I mean? I know all 4 of them is my grandkid. 4. I have 9. I don't sure about 5, but I sure about 4. I wanted to do the next 5, but what can you do? They're not my kid. I could only offer to help. If you don't want to do it, mind jacket. That's your business. Because when a man step up and said that child is his, just telling you, it's okay. Don't argue. Go do paternity test. That's the best way. And a lot of you getting people fun enough over you, laughing at you, how you foolish, minding the next man kid. And those men too at the side know that the kids is not the main kid, that's their kid. And they don't want to step up to take up their responsibilities. You know what I mean? So when you hear people saying that Shorty had a son, it's not for Cartel and stuff. I don't know. Cartel always wearing glass, sunshade. So it's just literally hard for me to. I come across a picture where I look at his face, really, and look at the son. But I'm not going to say it's not his child because, as I say, this word, black people look alike out there. You know what I mean? Black people look alike out there. You know what I mean? Some people have oblong face, round face, square face, all different type of face. You're always going to find somebody who resemble you with oblong face. You're always going to find somebody. Black people always look alike out there. But one thing I like what America immigration, it started happening maybe 10 years ago. Like when a mother sponsored a child in this country, they don't do paternity tests. But when the father sponsored the children, they do paternity tests. And trust me, people, many of them not coming out to tell people and let people know. Many of them keep it under the low profile in the closet. Them and their baby mommy. Them and the mother for the child. Not baby mother. Because the kid not belongs to them. That's not their child. Sometimes some of the kids, they even calling their father, Daddy, why we can't get through? And they afraid to tell the kids them they not his. I'm telling you real fact, not no joke thing. You know how many kids from Jamaica who get turned down, they father sponsor them and they get turned down because not one child belongs to them. Not one, sometimes 5 kids, 4, 3, 2, 1. Not one belongs to them. The immigration deny them. And I see many people too where they look like the family and they're not. It's just like I still can't come to the fact. Just to show you, like, they do swabbing, they do the blood, still not. You know what I mean? So these are some of the things that male person needs to pay close attention to. It don't matter if it's your wife. Only God you trust in this planet. Don't trust no one in this world. Because a man can go out there and cheat and get caught like 1, 2, 3. A female, you can't catch a woman cheat that easily. So men, let this in your head. You can't catch a woman cheat that easily. It has to be somebody ate that woman badly. That literally gonna come and say something to the man. Oh, your woman cheated. Trust me. It's one of the hardest things for a man to catch their woman cheating. But a woman, easy to catch their man cheating. Okay? Because many times you hear people like, tell the man, the woman cheating, the man say, nothing like that, nothing. Because it's like, it's hard for them to believe. Just like the woman too. It's hard for them to believe because female are slick and quick. It's just the damn fact and the damn truth. Female are slick and quick. You know what I mean? And that's the reason why sometimes, I question it many times when I go out there and, some children born with so many things, But sometimes it comes from we mother. Because sometimes our own children, they got pregnant by their own brother. Because they don't know. Brother married their own sisters. They don't know. Because of us. And those children, the blood type, those type of children, they born sick. Something. They're not normal. They born with something. Because of us as the mother. Because we not honest, We not honest. I'm not sitting here to tell people I am a perfect woman. I'm not perfect. But I don't cheat. I don't cheat. If I have to cheat on my man, you can be my man. I don't want you. Just straight up, Never cheat in none of my relationship. Because cheating is just not my lifestyle. You know what I mean? And I had 3 boys, and I know who their daddy are. And I don't have to do DNA. They want to do DNA, they free. Because I know who their daddy belongs to. Who they belongs to, who they father. I don't have to do DNA. Because cheating for me, I'm not a perfect woman, but once I'm in a relationship, I obligate to my relationship. You know what I mean? I try to be honest in my relationship. But once my man screwed up, I just feel like that's it. I don't want you no more either. Simple things. I'm not saying like, a man can cheat and I overlook it. Of course. If sometime you alone at home, you need help. Shit. Tell you the truth. Not just gonna leave my man because my man cheat. No, I'm not just gonna do that. It all depends on who he cheat with. You understand? Because you have some men have a good woman at home. And it's a disgrace, embarrassment to see who they go out there and sleep with. I'm not taking that. I'm not saying I look good. I'm not saying I'm this, I'm that. But if I'm my man and you go cheat with somebody looks good, that's all right. That's okay. And he bag. Once he bag up, that's fine. Not gonna leave my man because you go cheat with a woman and blah blah. No, no. But I'm not a cheater, and I don't want to be one either. I don't want to be one because I don't know how female does it, like cheat. And I feel like this is the way I feel about it. I feel like if a woman going out there to cheat, if you love your man at home, bag up. You don't go skin to skin. You're coming back home to your man. That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Some women said the men at home not taking care of them. If your man at home not taking care of you, leave him. You're going to go out there to sleep with another man to come home and take that out of outside man money to mind the one inside that not giving you anything? No. If the relationship not going anywhere, he not doing anything, leave him. That's the way I feel. I don't know. Everybody feels different, Some women want to go out there cheat and go back home, take that money that had a man give to them and take care of the man in the house. No. He's not good enough to get a next man money. That's just the way I feel. And if I have my man live in my home, or we don't have to live, but once I have a man, I call him my man. If I have to go sleep with another man, I don't want him. That means I'm wasting time. I don't want him. It's just who I am. And I'm not going to change. Because that's just who I am. I don't want to cheat. I don't like cheating. I don't like those type of lifestyle. Because at the end of the day, I'm not cheating on no man. It's my body. My body's the one feeling pressure, no man. You know what I mean? Those are some little things that I really like look into for my own self and ask question why female cheat. They think they're hurting the men. We not. We hurting our own self. That's just the way I look at things. And cheating is what um causes so many jacket kids out there. Like, women didn't give the man the right kids, and some women can't either, because some Jamaica men don't play that games. Some Jamaica men does not play that games, so they just can't tell that man that's not your child. Because Jamaica men, some of them not take that words. You know what I mean? So I feel like, I don't know, the best thing I see, if a man feel doubt about a child, just save up your money and go do some paternity tests. You know what I mean? And then it make you feel better in yourself, to know that, oh, this is not my child, but I still want to be there in the child life, or this is my child. You know what I mean? That's one of the best things for men to do, people. That's one of the best things, And as I say, I give Jamaicans over the credit, man. Because every time Jamaican, they just want to catch a little piece of incident. And they can put things, they deep research you. And the worst part of it, the same people them that literally researching other people's life. Their life need researching. And they not living a better life than the person they researching or putting out there in the spotlight. You know what I mean? Because the thing that I literally noticed from Cartel get out of jail is so many jealousy. Because the things what I like with him, his song them is not my type, but I like him, as a person. You know what I mean? And I like a lot of things in him, that he bring out. And things that he's showing, like the good quality things them, like, stick with his kids, his mother, doesn't matter what, And those are some good quality things that I notice with him. And I would never like bad talk him or anything. And I just feel like majority of people like saying many things is like, it's just jealousy. Like they just feel jealous because he's doing so many good things for himself and his children. Them so far, that's what I see, and I'm very happy. Very happy and proud of him to do things. Now they coming up talking about, oh, one of his child is not his, one of his child is this. Man, you better continue to take care of that jacket. That's all I had to say. Because sometimes you never know. Maybe that's the jacket one come and take care of you when you get older. You know what I mean? Maybe the jacket one is the one who come and take care of you when you get older. But I wish these people, they could like stop getting deep in people's business and really go mind their own business and take care of their kids. Because majority Jamaican men, they don't like to mind their kid. They don't take care of their kid. They don't. And this is just fact. Some of the kids, they thirsty for a bottle of water from them. They know where to seen or found. They need to go take care of their kids and stop, people who already out there, who trying, who teaching their children what it's like for father to love them, Leave them alone, let people strive, If somebody literally know that's not his child, just leave it alone. Maybe he know too and he don't care. You know what I mean? Leave it alone. You see, he came out from jail. He don't want to go back to Shorty. Shorty do her house. Shorty do everything. He don't care. He's not looking at that. He have his reason. He have so many reasons why he's not going back to Shorty. He doesn't. And some of we female too, we are so foolish because if a man kick it to the curb, just leave them alone. You don't have to do nothing to yourself to impress them. You know what I mean? Stay in the low profile. Because if I feel like if I'm going with a man and me and that man have nothing to do with me, he out in the spotlight with his woman, I should be out in the spotlight with my men too. You know what I mean? Because we have nothing in common. But nothing can erase the name as a baby mommy and a baby daddy. That's what a lot of people can't understand. Nothing can erase baby daddy and baby mommy. You know? And it always, when two people been together and separated, it always some good times they have together. Always. They can't just so harbor throughout the relationship. You know what I mean? They can't. They just can't. You know? Because honestly, like some of my ex them, not some, all my ex them, we still have a relationship. Casual, social, you know, say happy birthday, you know, hi, how you doing, and those type of thing. Nothing in common, nothing serious. Because once I leave a man, I don't want them back again. I just don't want them again. Once I'm done, this woman is done. Because it's a reason why you leave them. So when you take them back, maybe for the first 2 months, they act like they change. Then in the third month, everything going back to square one again. So it's a reason. I'm not gonna mad with them, act like I'm better than them. You know, I would say hi, hello. I still have their number. You know what I mean? Happy birthday time, I shoot them happy birthday. You know, Father's Day, anything. You know, I said, you know, those type of things. Valentine's Days, I don't, cause they not my man, they not my lover anymore. So I don't. But birthday, Christmas, and those type of holiday and those type of thing, I shoot them happy birthday, happy holiday, and those type of thing. That we all of us does the same thing. You know what I mean? Not just like I'm the only one doing it. You know, so it's sweet when you can do that. When you have your baby daddy, your man, you can just bitter inside of you all the time, just bitter, bitter, bitter against them. No, there always some good qualities there in the relationship. Things happen, of course, in times, yeah. But we just have to be like, people just need to mind their own business. Really do. And I don't know where Jamaican come up with this guy. Like, oh, I have given this a call, left a message about what the stage. Could you call me back? The P is dark. Okay, I'll do that when I get off of here. So, anyway, people, I'm gonna get off of here now because I'm getting an emergency text coming about one of my patients. Okay. So I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna make some calls right now. So anyway, people, you know, we catch up again. You know, people just want to come in here sometime and just chat. I'm home, relaxing, and you know, sometimes it's nice to come in here and talk. You know, stress free and those type of things. Okay. And guys, I hope you guys enjoy this live. So see you all next time. Bye bye. And thank you all for watching. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. Love you all. I wanna break you out.